Listen, what you are about to see is so real for me. I promise you, my producer was in there. This is not something we planned. This is not something that we thought would happen. But it's something that I needed. It'll make sense later. Check it out. What's up, everyone? I'm LaPorsche, and welcome back. Listen, I'm continuing my conversation with Dr. Lakara Foster today, and let's just say that what you're about to see is an extremely real, completely unplanned moment. I hope you can feel my spirit, nice choice of words there, through this interview, because it totally caught me off guard. And like I said, it was a very real and very vulnerable moment for me. Check it out. So I recently lost someone very close to me. And I did it after the passing. It was like my first real true death for me, right? Like that really like completely and utterly rocked my world. And I found myself like Googling mediums because I was like, I just want to know something, but I never went through with it. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. And I wanted to. I just was so scared that I was gonna, oh, you're gonna do this, and then like they're just gonna tell you the same thing. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fraudulent. I'm like, you'll come across somebody one day who can, and it'll just work. But I know me after that was like my first time, because my mom, we've always believed in that. That's never been a thing where it's like I disbelieve in it. I've always just been like, how do I know if they're fraudulent? You know what I mean? How would I know? And it's something that was definitely on my mind. So when I saw you, I was just like, oh my, what are the chances? I was literally thinking,
I don't believe in accidents or coincidences.
I was supposed to be interviewing someone else today. And then my booker hits me up and was like, hey, and I'm like, okay, that's so, normally I would always say, like, no, you know what I mean? Like, no, let's stick with the schedule. But something was just like, no. So, girl, if you get any messages, please let me know. Okay. Because I'm over here.
I will. Okay. And let me ask you, because I don't know why. Was it a young woman who passed for you? Yeah. Was this like a sister friend or something like that? Yeah, she's with you. Like I kept hearing that as soon as you popped up. Like she was like, please let her know that I'm with her. And I didn't know if we were gonna wait till we were off camera or not, but she doesn't want you to know, like her soul is fine. This was no accident today. I got chills all over me.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it was definitely a sister friend of mine for sure. Yeah. And it completely rocked my world. She was like my soul sister, my best friend, and I'm always speaking out loud to her and talking to her and keeping her updated on things. And yes, I specifically said something, today, and I was like, I'm gonna be real with you. I was like, listen, if she the real deal, she gonna tell me that you around, or if I'm just speaking to air every day.
No, she's absolutely around, and it's so like I was told, my mom actually, she's like, well, is it a interview for your mediumship? I was like, no, I don't think so. I think we're gonna be talking about I Elevate in the conference. I was like, so I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything around mediumship at all. And so as soon when you started asking me, I was like, oh, I didn't know this is where we're going, but it was like, nope, this is where we're going today. So she's a beautiful soul, and like more than anything, and we can definitely talk more online. It was just like, no, tell her I am here. So
I was like, I got to get my questions out. Yeah. I'm a real journalist. And let me tell you something. I don't know how many different times I'm going to get to interview a medium and a Black woman medium. Yes. So y'all be ducked off, doing y'all thing, changing lives in the grocery store. It's hard to get my sit down. We're an LGBTQIA owned company, even though like the company itself, some of us are allies, some of us are in it. Where do you stand in your ministry when it comes to LGBTQIA-ness?
Yes. So I believe that God loves all of us, right? I believe that God is is intentional about the way that we are created, right? Even the scripture tells us, like, before I formed you, I knew you. So God knew exactly who we were going to be and what we were going to like and not like and all of these things, and still found us worthy to be formed and still found us worthy to be created. And so for me, it is a beauty to being authentic. It is a beauty to live out loud, because I believe what you do in one area, you'll do in all areas. And I believe if there's any truth that you're hiding in one area, you're going to hide the truth in most areas, right? And so I'm always about people just living their own personal truth.
You really kind of just rocked me at the end of the interview when you brought up my sister.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to know if anything else is coming through.
Wow, I got chills. I'll tell you, like, I don't know if you were having this thought around, like, you know what, this is my time, right? This is my season, but she's assuring that it is indeed, right? And she's also, I don't know, how does she connect to the number 2? Does she have children?
No, we're in a sorority, and that is her number.
Whoa.
There was no way. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Wow.
That's like a big deal to us, and we will always argue because I'm 1 and she's 2. Oh my God.
Wow. You know, she's just a beautiful soul. And I know that, you know, I'm literally finishing up this chapter in the book. The book is called The Morning After, a spiritual guide to learning to live and love again after loss, right? And I'm looking at it from a mediumship perspective. And one thing that Spirit has helped me to understand, because I've done this work, you know, for years, is that there's no such thing as an untimely death, right? Even though we feel like, you know, we should have had more time, there was more things that we have to do. What Spirit has helped me to understand is that no, like, we all agreed to a sacred contract or a soul contract that says this is when I'm coming and this is when I'm leaving, right? For some, it's in the womb, right? For some, it's 88 years. And so we don't know, but every single soul has said to me or allowed me to understand my work was done. Like, nothing was left undone. Yeah.
I definitely needed to hear that. I listen, you know, just to be vulnerable, because I feel like my show is all about telling the truth and being vulnerable. I don't even cry like that, girl. I'm an Aquarius. Okay, we don't have to do all that. All right. But you know, I did promise myself, I was like, I want to be real with my audience. Like, I was really struggling, you know, when I lost her, because we spoke every day.
Yeah.
And it was a really tough battle with cancer.
Wow.
And it just completely and utterly changed my life. And I found myself always trying to look for signs to see, you know what I mean, if she's there. And then, like, you know, it's just so crazy. You said the whole, you're wonderful. I literally, before this interview, I was speaking out loud.
Wow.
Foster. And I said, I've been working so hard, Amber. If you can just let me know that you're still there, you support me, because I've been in this industry and I've been working so hard, you know, keeping my clothes on. I ain't judging nobody, but it's just hard, you know. It's even harder when you got to keep your clothes on, okay? And I'm like, you know, we're doing the work. Like, is it happening? Like, you know what I mean? What's going on? And so that was just right on the money. Girl, you got me crying.
Well, I think that's just, you know, neither one of us, like you said, was kind of expecting this, but that's the way that Spirit works, right? And I always tell people, like, I work for God, like, I work for Spirit, and I never know how Spirit's going to show up or what Spirit's going to, you know, orchestrate, but I'm always like, I'm surrendered to it, right? And that's why it's so funny. As soon as she came on, I was like, I don't know. I know this is about I Elevate, but I do have to let her know that the sister friend is here. I'll wait till the camera stop rolling, right? And so, no, she's absolutely here. And just like when I said, you're having this conversation, she's saying, like, yes, it is your time. It is absolutely your time.
I really needed to hear that. Yeah. I really needed to hear that. And I also said, I'm going to tell you the truth. Because, you know, I was like, okay, I'm interviewing a medium today. Like, you know, if you can just annoy the heck out of her, if she got something, if you're trying to tell me something, because girl, we've been talking about a lot, and I talk out loud about a lot. So I'm like, if there's something you trying to get through, please annoy the hell out of her. So I'm so sorry, Dr. Foster, if my sister over there.
Well, she did, because I was like, I'm like looking at you, and it's like Spirit is like talking in my ear, so I'm always listening, and I'm like, No, I'm going to bring it up. No, I'm going to wait because this is not what this is. So please wait until the camera's over.
So, oh my gosh, just listen, y'all. Y'all got the real deal. Dr. Foster, I know you weren't expecting me to take this angle, but to me, I listen, I had to take advantage of this moment.
It's all good.
I,
It's all
I
God.
love it. I just felt so gifted and such a blessing. You've definitely blessed me today. So I'm so thankful to have you. And thank you so much for
You
joining
are
me today.
welcome.
One of the last things my sister told me is, don't take anything for granted, especially waking up in the morning. So that thing that you're saying that, oh, I'm not gonna do it today, do it. Do it. All right. See you next time, girls. I'm gonna go cry.